Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the month of February or whenever this reading might find you. I don't believe in coincidences, so I'm going to trust that you will receive this message exactly when you're meant to. Let's get started with a little bit of Palo Santo. Thank you, Sacred Palo Santo, for raising our energy, raising the energy of our environment. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. I'm Jenny. I am a shamanic healer, a women's coach, a retreat host, a homesteader, and I like to do these videos here on TikTok. Now, I am a brand new homesteader, and I just want to show you why the lighting might be a little different today. We got some orange glow coming from down there, and depending on your audio settings, you may or may not hear some background noise, and I'm going to show you why that is. We have got, oh my, reason number one. And reason number two, and oh, this one's so scared all of a sudden. I've been picking them up for every single one of these videos. So if you are a cross watcher and you watch for other placements in your chart, you've already met these guys. And if not, welcome to Shovel and Bucket, the newest members of our homestead. I'm going to put them back because they're a little upset that I picked them up. This is the first time they've gotten upset. I've been filming for multiple hours, and this is the first time they've gotten mad at me. So interesting, very interesting. You never know. That could mean something about what's going on with your reading. Gemini, I did meditate before about your reading, and the energy that I picked up is very similar to a common energy that's coming through for a lot of the signs, which is all about your manifestations coming to fruition. So we're going to see how that shows up for you in the cards. I will get started by pulling from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. This is by Kelly Smith. If you've been here for a while, you've heard me talk about this deck before. It's my OG deck. I've used it the most and I've used it the longest. And I also call it my tough love deck because sometimes it does. It calls us on our shit only when we need it to. But we're going to get started with what is your primary energy for the month ahead, please. What is the primary energy for the Gemini collective? And again, I don't know if you can hear the background noise, but it's so cute. Okay, we're getting environment. When the environment card comes up, this is a really good opportunity for you to take a look at how your environment, your home particularly, but if you're somebody who spends a lot of time in an office or in your car or wherever the case is, but wherever you spend the most amount of time, this is saying that the energy of your current environment could be negatively affecting your energy, right? We are always connected to the energy in our environment. And the energy in our environment is either going to raise our vibration or it's going to lower it. And I've talked a lot about this before, how, Westerners, unfortunately, we are kind of disgusting. I'm just going to say it. Okay. Energy hygiene is just as important as physical hygiene, but we have lost those practices. We have lost those traditions. We have lost those rituals. We no longer realize that cleaning our home is just as important as smudging our home. We no longer realize that smudging and cleansing our energy is just as important as showering. So if you are somebody who has never smudged your home before, I am going to highly encourage you to do that. If your environment is negatively affecting your energy, you got to think about this for a second. Every single tear that's ever been shed in your home, the energy of that is still there. Every single argument you've ever had in your home, the energy of it is still there. Sure, the energy of all the joy and laughter and fun and play and love are all there as well. But so is all the hoocha, the dark, dense, heavy energy. Every single item in our home carries energy. There's items that we haven't even unpacked, even though we've lived at our house for however many years. Let me tell you, those items carry the energy of neglect, abandonment. We've been neglecting them. We've been abandoning them. We've been ignoring them. Sometimes we have items that carry such bad energy because of who they came from. Maybe you've got a sweater from an ex-best friend, and every time you look at it, it makes you feel terrible. Like, why did that relationship end the way that it ended? I'm going to say get rid of that sweater because it's definitely accumulating hoocha in your house. And the only way to get rid of it is to do a cleansing. If you're not familiar with how to do an energetic cleansing, there's always people you can find to help you out with that. But you can do it yourself. I mean, Grandmother Sage is such a forgiving spirit. She's a grandmother spirit, and she's so cleansing and so powerful. I don't want to get into the right way to cleanse your home because there's so many different ways. The most important thing is to show gratitude for the spirit of sage, for if that's what you choose to use to cleanse your home. Sage isn't the only way to cleanse your home. Agua Florida is very helpful. There's lots of other plants and herbs that can be burned to cleanse your space. Visualization, bells, drums, rattles, prayer. There's lots of ways to cleanse your space, but I'm going to say cleanse it often, especially in the month ahead, because if your environment is negatively affecting your energy, then that's something you have control over. That's something you have control over. And when I see the environment card, I also think it's a really good time to purge. You might want to declutter. You might want to organize or reorganize rooms. You definitely want to look at all of your items in your home and consider like which ones are raising your vibration and which ones are lowering your vibration. And the ones that are lowering your vibration, bye-bye. Adios. You don't need that. Someone's trash is someone else's treasure as well, right? There are a lot of people suffering in the world right now. There are a lot of people who don't have the means, the resources. Is there somewhere that you can donate to? Is there someone that you can donate to? I don't know about you guys, but if you have Valley Village where you live, I am so over it. I am so over it. Like, can you find like a mom in need? Can you find a family in need? Can you find someone who's trying to pick their life up and get back on the right track, who might be able to take some of your items instead of some big corporation that's going to make a lot of money off of them? What a business model, hey? All we got to do is have a business. All we have to do is have a building, and people will bring us stuff, and we can sell it for lots of money. Oh, don't get me started. Okay, so your environment is coming up for you. So cleanse, clear, declutter your space. Okay. What is going to be the biggest challenge for the Gemini collective in the month ahead, please? What is the biggest challenge for Gemini? I feel like some of you might even like switch up like your curtains. Like it feels really dark. Feels really dark in your home. Bring some light in. Your biggest challenge is speaking up, standing in your truth, speaking from your heart. Sometimes when we speak up, we speak from our wound energy. Sometimes when we speak up, we're reactive rather than responsive. Or maybe you're not speaking up at all. Maybe you have been holding in what needs to come to the surface. Maybe you haven't felt safe enough to share what's really on your mind, what's really on your heart, what's weighing heavy on your heart. This is going to be your biggest challenge in the month ahead. So one practice that I teach my clients in my 12-week program and my membership is how to activate your chakras. I think I've got a TikTok video about this as well. So you take your left ring finger. I had a mentor teach me this years ago, and it just really resonated with me. So I've been sharing it with others as well. Your left ring finger, and create an infinity symbol over whatever chakra it is that you want to activate. So I'm tapping on my throat chakra. So I will do this before I have to do live videos or recordings like this, before I film lessons for my 12-week program, lessons for my courses. I'll do this before I have to have uncomfortable conversations. I'll do this before counseling, before one-on-one sessions, before readings. I'll do this when I have something really important that I have to share. It's a great way just to activate your chakra. And then what I also like to do is activate my third eye chakra at the same time, so that I'm intuitive with my words rather than reactive. You may even want to consider activating your heart chakra at the same time or immediately after. Not at the same time. You don't have enough hands to do 3 chakras at once. But yeah, it feels like your biggest challenge is going to be to speak your truth, to stand in your truth, speak from your heart, not reactive, not from your wound energy. And maybe you even want to consider, if you have something important to say to someone, maybe, you know, you're going to your parents about the childhood trauma that they inflicted, or you're going to a friend to try to create a new boundary, or you are having some conflict with your partner, whatever the case may be, you might want to consider writing it down. I'm seeing 4949. I wonder what that's all about. I'm seeing 4949 on the laptop, and that's for you. Whenever I see angel numbers in a reading, it's always for the person I'm reading for. So 49, closure, say goodbye. A present situation in your life requires your ability to put closure on it. Lie in meditation and visualize what you need closure on. See yourself saying goodbye and coming to peace with not always understanding all the reasons why something happened the way that it did. Knowing that you can have peace from the lessons that it brought you. So what needs to have closure? Is it this habit of not speaking up for yourself? Is it a relationship? Is it a belief that you need to let go of? There's something here that requires closure in the month ahead, Gemini, and only you will know what this means for you. And of course, this is a general reading. So if this doesn't resonate, leave this message. There will be more messages throughout the reading. Just take the ones that resonate with you. And I always encourage you to check out the other strong placements in your chart. You know, you can use the pattern app. I'm not affiliated with them, but I really like the pattern app to show me all the different placements in my chart. And then you can see where your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or anywhere else that seems applicable to you is, and watch the videos for each of those placements. And that will help to build the whole picture for what your month ahead is going to look like. What is it that needs to be released? This has come up for a couple of the other signs, which is why I say that. I wonder if you're getting repeating messages, if you're being told closure over and over and over again. When Spirit gives us the same message more than once, that's like a great big exclamation mark at the end of the reading, right? That's like Spirit saying, pay extra attention. And maybe you're seeing the number 49 or repeating 4949 as well. If you are, you'll have to let me know down below in the comments. What will help the Gemini collective move through this challenge and speak from their heart, speak their truth with ease and grace in the month ahead, please? What will help the Gemini collective the most with standing in their light and speaking their truth? Seeker of truth. Wow. I said speak your truth and we got seeker of truth immediately after. That's wild. That's wild. Okay, so the seeker of truth card says that you can feel the hidden truth in your circumstances. That's that clear cognizance, right? Like that inner knowing. You have that strong inner knowing. That's your intuition telling you. Like, what is the truth behind your circumstances? Maybe again, it's that you know that you've been speaking from your wound energy and that there's a wound that needs to be healed. There's a trauma that you've been ignoring. Or maybe you know that this belief isn't for you. Maybe you know that it's time to let it go. Maybe you know that this habit that you have of dimming your light or being reactive, whatever it is, I feel like, you know, it's, you guys are Gemini. It could be one or the other, right? It could be both. It could be both for some of you. Maybe around some people, you just really can't speak your truth, but then around other people, you're explosive. It's, you know, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. And you'll have to let me know in the comments again, you know, how are you resonating to this? Because it feels like you know what's up. You can feel the hidden truth. You've got your strong inner knowing and you're connected to it. We all have intuition, right? Our intuition is just like any other muscle. We've got to use it or we're going to lose it. The more we exercise it, the stronger it gets. But on the flip side of that, you know, if we don't use it, we're going to lose it, right? Now, I will pull a couple more cards, and then after that, I'll do the extended reading. And in the extended reading, I'll clarify each and every one of these. And then I'm also going to pull a couple of extra cards. I brought out the Raise Your Vibration Oracle by Kyle Gray. I used it last month, and it was really speaking to me again. And then I was really feeling called to pull in the Wisdom of the Elders by Sean Leonard. This beautiful deck. And I'm going to pull some cards from those decks as well once we get into the extended reading. When you join the extended reading, the link is down below in the description box. You also get access to the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership. And inside of that membership community, we meet at least twice a month on Zoom. So once a month, we do a guided shamanic journey. It's a month-to-month membership. So you can come for 1 month or you can come for a year or whatever you want, anything in between. And once a month, we do a group reading. So it's a really great way to have some one-on-one time if you are feeling into my energy and being called to do exactly that. I've also got all the rest of my offerings down below in the comments. We've got a retreat coming up in March. So if you are local to me in British Columbia, that might be something to consider. Or if you are wanting to travel for some healing, we're going to be doing that on the spring equinox. I say we because a fellow shamanic healer is going to be co-facilitating with me. So it's going to be a really beautiful experience here on my lands. And let's see what will help the Gemini collective to align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline, their highest destiny in the month ahead, please. What will help with alignment for the Gemini collective, please. Gosh, you've got so many here. I'm going to take them all. Hey, energy healer. Your natural ability to heal yourself and others is needed in the world right now. Okay. So this is about the speaking up card and the seeker of truth. Again, you know the answers. There is something that needs to be healed that will help you speak your truth, whether that is that wound, that trauma, that core wound of not being seen, not being heard. And as you heal yourself, your ability to heal others opens up. I'm also getting for you automatic negative thoughts and core values. So these automatic negative thoughts, it's just energy, right? And you got the environment card earlier. So cleaning up your energy in your home, I really feel is going to help with this negative mind space. I don't know about you, but we just experienced this the other day. Our son lives in the basement with his girlfriend, and he was talking about how he really needs to get the place cleaned up, and it was messy. And my husband and I, we didn't clean the kitchen before we went to bed on the weekend. And, we always clean the kitchen before we go to bed because it's nice to have a clean kitchen when you wake up in the morning. And we didn't because it was the weekend and we went to bed too late. And our son was talking to us about how he really needs to get his place cleaned up. And just earlier, little did he know that we both woke up and it was a messy kitchen and we were grumpy. We didn't talk about it. We just both acknowledged that we were grumpy. He acknowledged and noticed that he was grumpy. I acknowledged and noticed that I was grumpy. And then out of nowhere, I just got up and started cleaning the kitchen. And he came in and helped me. No words were spoken. It was just, we both knew the kitchen needed to be cleaned. And we cleaned the kitchen and all of a sudden we felt better. We felt so much better. And that just goes to show you that everything is energy and energy is everything. As above, so below, as within, so without, right? So Gemini, if maybe you are dealing with a messy home, a messy bedroom, a messy office, whatever it is, this is saying clean up your environment, because what's going to help you align with your highest path, purpose, timeline, and destiny is to move through these automatic negative thoughts. This card actually says you're learning to take charge of the thoughts that you choose to give life to. So you are aware of how to change your mindset, and you have changed your mindset. Can you continue to do this even in those moments where you're triggered? Can you continue to do this even in those moments of self-sabotage? You're also getting core values. So follow your heart. This is two messages here about following your heart. This is about speaking your truth from your heart. And this is about following your heart. What are your core values? How do you want to show up in the world? If your core values are that family is the most important thing in the world, but you're not putting your family first, then you're not really aligned with your core values at all. If your core values are to show up in service for others, but you are just so wrapped up in selling, then you're not really aligned with your core values at all. If your core values are authenticity and you really value when people are true, but you're not being true to yourself, then you're not in alignment with your core values. So what is going to help you to align with your highest path, purpose, timeline, and destiny is to get crystal clear about what your core values are. Continue to work through those automatic negative thoughts. They're always going to come, right? Like the average human has between 60 and 90,000 thoughts in a day. Most of them are negative, most of them are repeating, and most of them are subconscious. The brain has been studied, you guys. The brain is wired for negativity. Of course, negative thoughts are going to come, but are you going to choose to chase them? Are you going to turn a mountain into a molehill? Are you going to allow, your negative thoughts to ruin your day? Because if you do, then you're not going to align with your highest timeline. And then your healing is needed in the world right now, not just for yourself, but for others as well. And maybe you're aware that you're a light worker. Maybe you're aware that you're a healer, and maybe you're not. But this is saying that you are. I mean, you're watching this video, so I think it's pretty safe to assume that you are. Let's get one final message for the Gemini Collective before we go into the extended reading, please. What else does Gemini need to know today? Mirror. What did I just say? As above, so below. As within, so without. Everything that's happening in your external world is a direct reflection of your inner world. So if that house is messy, even if it's not messy, even if it looks clean, but you haven't smudged it like ever, or not in a very long time, then yeah, there's going to be a lot of hoocha in your house. There's going to be a lot of dark, dense, heavy energy in your house. And what it's doing is it's mirroring what's going on the inside. It's mirroring what is going on within you. And everyone around us is just a mirror for us, right? The universe puts all these different people in our path so that they can be the mirror for us to show us where we need to learn and grow and heal. If you're triggered by someone else, ask yourself, what is it about myself that I'm insecure about? Why is that person triggering me? Because our triggers are our teachers. And when we pass judgment on others, it's just a projection of our own insecurity, right? So everything that's happening in your external world is a direct reflection of your inner world. If you're not happy with your current circumstances, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? All right, Gemini, we're going to jump into the extended reading. I do hope to see you over there. Have a beautiful month ahead.